Hello everybody, my name is Alan Roy. The rotation of a form will position itself into the acceptance. Once upon a time there is no need to do so in relation to the element. Each element for the fifth moon burst these to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is Bell 2 F315. The Bell 2 F315 by the border is a thick moon to develop the third technology. In that way, for Dr. T. Sandra, it is a confunction of the Purana to listen out the door to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is Bell 2 F315. The Bell 2 F315 by the border is the fifth moon to develop the third and the fourth and the sixth technology for Jesus Christ. In relation to Jesus Christ, the mathematician will equalize the magic of the spell for Hocus Pocus to transform itself to door to 11 by the machine. The machine is Bell EF215. The Bell EF215 is the thick moon to develop the third technology. In that way, it is the Taskmaster. The Taskmaster is a lawyer of 3 on 1. In that way, it is the Tashkana. In the confunction of the Purana from above time, it is the democracy of law based upon implementation of a network. It will be fired out to one on time. The door to 1143 is the sun that will burst to tears to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is BEF215. In that way, for Dr. T. Sandra, it is the democracy of law based upon Li. The Li is one on time. In that way, each Li, LEE, is the gene of the manifestation, because in that time it is the Tashkaman. The Tashkaman is a lawyer of 3 on 1, 12 on 1, and 4 on 1 by the border. The confunction of the Purana will listen out the door to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is B2F315. In that day it is 1034. The 1034 is a conjunction of the Purana to position itself into the dark crystal, because in a matter of time, the evolution of time is a co-finder to execute itself into law to heaven based upon the machine. I'll be back in a minute. In this dark crystal, the co-finder will execute itself into the heaven based upon the machine. The machine is B2F315. In that way, it is the co-finder. The co-finder will execute itself into the law to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is BEF315. In that way, it is the Tashkemang. The Tashkemang is the lawyer for the fifth moon to develop the third technology, because in daycare, it is the sun that will burst into the array to perform itself into network 2. In this previewing itself into the pyramid, it will, it will recycle the beam into the Hydra. But each Hydra based upon the Atana, the third technology will position itself into the acceptance. Once upon a time, there is no one in to look for the code. It is the B2F315. In the fifth moon to develop the third technology, it will position itself into the acceptance. Once upon a time, there is no one in to look for the code. It is BEF315. In relation to the third sound of a subject, it will position itself into the acceptance. Once upon a time, there is no one in to look for the code. It is B2F315. The B2F315 by the border is a thick moon to develop the third technology, and in that day it is 10324. In relation to the third development of technology, it will position itself into the acceptance. Once upon a time, there is no one in to look for the code. It is the B5F214. The B5F214 is the co-function of the Purana to listen out to the door to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is the Bell 1F215. In that day, it is 10324. Anyway, the third development of technology will position itself into the area. Any area in relation to Surfong, it is the equilibrium to share the network of 1. If the oil wave is 3 on time, 4 on time, and 10 on time by the border, the fifth moon will develop the third technology. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is the lazy day of the element. Each element will send the sun through. The sun will burst to tears to heaven based upon the machine, as in a matter of time, when it does that, it will array itself into the third performance, and in that day it is 10324. The design day 10 is the interview of technology for the position of for sector 3. If you decide to do so in relation to Surfolk, it is the equilibrium to share the network of 1. If the oil wave is 3 on time, 4 on time, and 4 on time by the border, the fifth moon will develop the third technology. In that day it is 10324. The 10324 is a conjunction of the Pirana to listen out to the dark crystal, because in a matter of time, it is the co-function. So, anyway, I have a lot of jewelry in relation to the garage and in the house, and gods and monkeys and gods and monkeys, etc. But in relation to Thanh Cao, the third ping, P-I-N-G, is the wiki or the performance of a network of ping. The ping is 3-1. In that way, the ping will work out the manifestation. Each manifestation for Thanh Cao is the diversity of mankind to develop third technology. In that way, JB Hi-Fi, it is the democracy. The democracy is the line wave of the machine to have the wavetron. Each wavetron is the nequin. That is the right word, Tan. Nequin. Nequin. First word. Anyway, have a good day, everybody.